every time you and I have a conversation, I mention someone in the industry, and you say, yeah, I know that person. Yeah, I worked with this person for the last 15 years and that person for the last 20 years. And it's crazy. Like, I think Jared and I walk away every time we talk to you, and we're just like, how does she know all these people?
Yeah.
Like,
like half our lineup.
yeah, exactly. So,
or the whole.
So I get that professional and personal mastery is a blanket statement for every human being on planet Earth. But for the 1%, the best people that you've worked with over your 20, 25-year recruiting career, what are their secrets? Is there like a thing there?
I think there's a certain level of resilience.
Oh, sure.
Endurance.
Yes.
Optimism, relentless optimism. Vision. Like, they have a vision, and they know themselves enough that they're going to fight for that vision. And they are, this is like a side note, but many of the really incredibly talented people are surrounded by other really incredibly talented people. So there's this drive to be amongst that community.
And for the younger generation of designers, right, who are just getting into the industry and still trying to figure some things out, have you noticed any patterns of things that they seem to be overlooking? But like you mentioned you mentioned the characteristics of this top 1%, right? And obviously some of those skills they just inherently had, and some of them they built along the way. But there has to be 2 or 3 things that you've noticed a lot of young people are looking over.
That they're missing out on. One thing that I would say to that, and I think this is a generational issue, and I think it's because, at least for designers, they only know that design is important. They don't know when design wasn't as important as it is today. So they take that for granted. And they haven't experienced a little bit of that apprenticeship that we had to do when we were just starting out. And so there's a certain amount of entitlement that I think sometimes can get in the way of advancement and learning. And if there's a problem at work, they've got 4 other job offers and 20 other LinkedIn inquiries presenting them with the next thing. One of the reasons that we focus on the more senior level is because we want people to kind of get through that process a little bit of the ebb and flow of the early stages of your career. And I think inevitably the industry's not always going to be as healthy and vibrant as it is today, and they may be surprised that they're not going to have lunches paid for and gym memberships paid for. There will maybe be another time that comes, maybe not, that not everything is going to be handed to you in quite the same way it might now. Design will be here, though. Design is important now. Design wasn't as prevalent back when I started out. Design existed, but the amount of design in the industry now is just
you
crazy.
picked the right horse to back. And from an industrial standpoint, I think design is a good place to be right now.